Hello, time for your twin flame surrender reading. Today we're going to do a little bit of a different style of reading if you've been watching the previous videos. So we're going to pull a tarot card to start with from the Tarot of Light deck to kind of read where your energy is at right now. Then we will pull our typical 3 surrender cards. This is another new edition, we're going to pull a kind of an affirmation or a pick-me-up card from the Universe Has Your Back deck. And then finally, we'll do our Whispers of Healing Oracle card. My name is Susie. I'm a certified Twin Flame Ascension coach affiliated with Twin Flames Universe, and I'm really looking forward to reading for you today. And I'm going to begin pulling our first tarot card now. So our first tarot card is Queen of Angels. The suits are a little bit different in this Tarot of Light deck. And our description for the Queen of Angels is visionary. This card correlates to the Queen of Swords in your traditional Rider-Waite tarot deck, but here we have the Queen of Angels. So in this particular deck, the Queen of Angels, talks about how connected you are to your imagination and the rich life you can envision and manifest using the power of your imagination, and how it's important to not you don't want to live your life completely in your imagination, but to also not write your imagination off as something that's silly. Instead, it seems your energy is pointing to confronting your imagination as a tool for manifestation and for getting clear on the life you want. And that should be guided by your heart. So it looks like in your overall energy right now, you're using your imagination to really kind of flesh out what is already existing in your heart for your twin flame union. This might mean you're developing a love list for your twin flame, and if you don't know what that is, you can ask me in the comments. You might be developing love lists for other things in your life, like a job or maybe a car or a house. You might also be just getting clear on what your twin flame union looks like and what you really want to see in your shared purpose and overall life as well. So it's important to validate your desires and let your manifestation power move through your imagination to help you make those into a physical reality, not just a spiritual one, right? Okay. So now we're going to move on to our Power of Surrender cards. I'm going to pull 3 of them like we normally do. Okay, so the first card we pulled is Surrender Resentments. This card, I feel like, cycles back in and out of these readings with relative frequency. The second card is Surrender Your Ego. Okay, I haven't seen that one pop up in a few weeks. And the final card for our surrender deck is Surrender Your Desire to Control People. Okay. Surrender Resentments, our specific card says, holding on to resentments only poisons you. Try to forgive others for their shortcomings and keep moving forward toward positive situations in your life. Beautiful. So, as you are on your twin flame journey, peace is what attracts your twin flame. Resentment is directly opposed to peace. If you are holding resentment, that means you are not aligned with peace and you are not aligned with love. So it's important to look at whatever you are still resenting your twin flame or yourself for, and offer yourself true forgiveness. And true forgiveness is just completely letting go of what has occurred in the past and recognizing yours and the other person's, if you're resenting another person, total innocence in the situation, because in divine truth, your innocence can't be changed or tarnished in any way. So surrendering resentments, right? And that creates opens the door for creating the life you want to have with your twin flame. If you're still harboring resentment towards them or yourself or something that has occurred, that is going to be a really icky block, right? It's a block to actually having the love you want, because the love you want isn't a resentful love. Our second card is Surrender Your Ego. This card says, cultivate gratitude, be of service to others, and come from your heart. A big ego can work against you, but humility will further your goals. So when I look at this card, so all things that are not aligned with love, per the teachings of union by Jeff and Shalia at Twin Flames Universe, anything not aligned with love is an illusion and is therefore ego, right? Ego is an illusion. The idea that you are anything but love, aka ego, is false. You are just completely love at the core, right? And surrendering your ego, what I get from this card is surrendering any part of you that's incorrectly identifying with those things outside of love. So there's a part of you that's identifying as let's see, like a bad person, like a bad guy in the relationship, or someone who's identifying as a victim, or someone who's identifying as a kind of a manipulator or a gossip, or like a martyr, like someone to be pitied in some way. That's ego, and it's important to surrender those ego identities, because they're not who you actually are. They're not the truth of you. The truth of you is love, and it's humanizing and true humility to surrender those false identities about yourself. And your twin flame, kind of bringing it back to your twin flame, your twin flame sees the divine you. They see the truth of you, and the truth of you isn't this like overly, dramatic, upset, pitiful person. The truth of you isn't this miserable soul living in a hovel by themselves. The truth of you isn't some big bad meanie. The truth of you is love at the core. And when you see that about yourself, when you embrace that and recognize that, your twin flame can see that too and is attracted to that, because that's how they know you. They don't know you through the lens of ego. They know you through the lens of love. Okay, our third surrender card is Surrender Your Desire to Control People. In this card, it says, being over-controlling can sabotage relationships. To more effectively achieve your goals, back off, regroup, and give the situation some breathing room. Okay. So, this is like a biggie, right? Control and love do not mesh. They do not go together. And I think that's pretty widely accepted in society, right? Like, we've figured that one out as a collective, that someone who controls you isn't loving, right? And it's important to really reflect deeply on this one. Is there anywhere inside you that feels like you have to control not just other people, but the situation overall, where you really want it to be your way, or the way you think it is, the way you think reality is, or the way you think reality should be, okay? Because that's control too. And that's not good for you and your union, and especially if you're trying to control what your twin flame is doing, or how they come to you, or what your union looks like. That's not loving, and that's a turn off to your twin flame, and they don't want to be around you that way. You wouldn't want to be around them either if they were trying to control you. And they can pick that up, even the littlest bit of control there. They can sense that because they're one with you, and so whether they're super conscious of it or they're just kind of aware enough to want to stay away, um, any type of control does not serve you. One, it's stressful and it's not peaceful to try to control things, but two, it's just not loving. It's not what love is made of. It's not what your twin flame harmonious union is built on. It's not going to work for you. And you'll find that when you surrender control, you might not, things are probably not going to work out the way you expect them to, right? And that's just kind of the nature of things, right? But things do work out in the way that is best for you. And it's might not, and it probably won't be how you think it's going to be, but it will be what's best for you. And so faith and trust is really important here too, and releasing, surrendering your ego, and which is the previous card, and recognizing in humility that you don't know better, and but the universe, the divine, God, whomever you call him, does. And that is who is assuring or guaranteeing your twin flame harmonious union. And so it's okay to just completely surrender to that. Okay, those are some really great cards. Now I'm gonna pull our Universe Has Your Back card. Okay, and our message from the Universe Has Your Back deck is I choose love no matter what. So whatever situation arises for you to look at, you just choose love there and to love yourself. If you stick in those patterns of resentment to yourself or resentment to others, nothing will ever move forward for you, because that is stagnation, right? Resentment breeds stagnation. But when you choose love, you open to the flow of life. Love is life, right? Blooming. So choose love no matter what. And our final card from the Whispers of Healing Oracle says commit to happiness. So in your life, you can choose to commit to stories of resentment, of ego, of needing to control the situations to make it be what you want it to be, or you can commit to your happiness. And I feel like this also comes full circle. Well, first of all, your happiness comes from choosing love, which is what we just pulled in the previous card deck. But this also comes full circle to the first card pull, the Queen of Angels, or Visionary, our imagination card, right? Where in what you are manifesting in your life, commit to your happiness. Like, what is your peace? And when you focus on what peace and happiness is for you, and you build that for yourself, and you co-create that with the divine, your twin flame naturally meets you there, because they align perfectly and complement your lifestyle, your divine lifestyle and happiness perfectly. So commit to that for yourself. You don't have to build that around what you think your twin flame wants, or what kind of personality you know them to have. You just build it for you and let them meet you in that place. That feels really good. Okay. Thank you for listening. If you are interested in going deeper in this inner work of surrendering on your twin flame journey, I recommend booking an introductory coaching session with me, which you can do in the description. Otherwise, I will see you next time, and I hope you take what resonates here.